Hello Oracle World, this is Justin, and in this Oracle YouTube video tutorial I am going to show you how to drop the RMAN Recovery Catalog. Now in this scenario we have two Oracle databases running on this laptop. We have the Finance Oracle database, which is our target database in RMAN lingo, and we have a database called Finance 2, which is our RMAN Recovery Catalog. So the first thing that we want to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to connect to the recovery catalog and see if there are any databases registered in that recovery catalog. So any target databases. So and the databases, the target and recovery catalog databases have been brought up. I did that prior to recording this video. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to set our Oracle SID to our recovery catalog database, which is Finance 2. And we're going to log in as the user that owns the schema that owns the recovery catalog, which in this case is rcat_finance. And the password, finance123. Okay, connected. We do a show user. We verify that we're connected as rcat finance. Now what we want to do is you want to type in select name from RC_database, and we see that indeed we have a database registered, a target database registered in its recovery catalog called Finance. Now the next thing we're going to check is to see if this RMAN recovery catalog has recorded any backup pieces that backup sets belong in any backup sets rather that this database may have backed up. So we do a select count backup set key from RC_backup_piece, and we see here we have 12 backup pieces. So we know that in the Finance 2 recovery catalog we have a database named Finance which is registered, and there's 12 backup pieces, backup sets recorded in this database. So now we do select view name from user views, and the user views data dictionary view shows you all the views that this user, being rcat_finance, owns. Which I've been enter. Here are all the views that the create catalog command created for us, and in the video where I show you how to create an RMAN recovery catalog. These are all the views which are created. Also, we do select table name from user tables. Again, user tables showing us all the tables owned by the user, rcat_finance. We will see all the underlying tables that these views reference. Here, the underlying tables that those views reference, kind of cryptic names. The views have more user-friendly names. As a result of the create catalog command that we show you in that other video. So now, let's go ahead, now that we're familiar with the recovery catalog schema, let's go ahead and let's reconnect RMAN target but we have to set our Oracle home to Finance, our target database name, and RMAN target / connect to this value of this variable Finance catalog, connect to the Finance 2 database, which is a recovery catalog, as the rcat_finance user using password finance123. Okay. And the first thing we have to do is we have to unregister the database. And we do that by typing in unregister database Finance. Database name Finance, DBA. Do you really want to unregister? Yes. Okay, database unregistered. We log back into our Finance 2 database. Log in as our recovery catalog user. rcat finance. Show user. And if we do select name from RC database, we see that database being the only database that was registered in this recovery catalog is not in there and is not registered anymore. So nothing's in this catalog. And we do select count we don't have its backup sets recorded in this catalog anymore. But the view name from user views, the recovery catalog views are still there, and table name from user table, and the underline and base tables are there. These are the two group of objects, the group of views and the groups of base tables, we'll call them, that the RMAN Recovery Catalog command created. Okay. The only thing that's not there, since we unregistered our database, is the metadata about that database. This catalog just doesn't know about that target database anymore, because that's all the unregister command does. All right, and to get more in-depth discussion on how to unregister in a target database from a recovery catalog, refer to my YouTube video on how to unregister a database from a recovery catalog. So now we're going to connect to RMAN again. So basically, what I was saying there is that the databases have to be unregistered from the recovery catalog before you can drop the recovery catalog. Okay. So we set our Oracle SID back to our target, which is finance. We connect via RMAN to our target and our recovery catalog, which, by the way, it's not required to connect to the target to do this, but I do it anyway. And we go ahead and we type in the following: drop catalog, just like that. Drop catalog. And we get interesting output. It says recovery catalog owner is RCAT Finance. Enter drop catalog command again to confirm catalog removal. So this didn't do anything. It's asking you to drop it one more time. Issue the command one more time. Just so it's sure. This is kind of like an are you sure yes and no prompt. Okay? So we drop it again, and that basically confirms it. It goes away because it's dropping the recovery catalog schema stuff. So it goes away for a few seconds. Okay, I paused the video to save a YouTube video time. And now it says recovery catalog dropped. Now, we set our Oracle SID back to our recovery catalog name, and we connect to our recovery catalog, and you'll log in as RCAT Finance. Finance123, show user. Now, if we do a select view name from user views, there's nothing there. And we do select table name from user tables, there's nothing there. Okay? So unregistering a database doesn't get rid of the recovery catalog schema, the views and the underlying tables. It just gets rid of the metadata in the database, in recovery catalog. But a drop catalog command with RMAN does get rid of the recovery catalog schema objects.